Coach, let's start with Iverson Molinar. A pretty impressive debut. 15 points tonight, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. How'd you think he played?
I thought he did a good job. I thought he got tired late in the game and made some defensive mistakes, allowed number 15 to knock down a couple threes that he's got to be, better at. But overall, he did a great job considering he missed 10 straight days of not being able to do anything. And I thought he is really bounced back. And that just says what a terrific athlete he is and how wonderfully conditioned he was throughout the offseason.
I feel like you probably won this game on the defensive end tonight, and I think about the stretch where your bigs, who had a hard time because of double teams in the offense, got some big offensive boards and stickbacks for you, and then Abdul down the stretch with some big block shots again to help turn them away every time they make a run at you there to get it down to 6 points.
What's nice when you look at our stat sheet, Neil, is that we had 4 guys in double figures. And so we had some balance tonight. I thought DJ played terrifically offensively in the second half. He was 5 for 10 from the field, really controlled the pace for us, got it off to a good start with his buckets. I thought Tolu made some big plays for us down the stretch in particular. He had the spin shot that was late in the shot clock in a tight game. He had the jump shot to put us up 10 with about 6 minutes to go. Made a couple big free throws in the one-on-one situation. The first time he was up there, he ended up being, 2 for 3. We're 16 for 22, so again, we shot 72% from the line, 48% from the field. But as you pointed out, Neil, the big stat of the night is we hold them to 35% from the field and outboard them, a good team that hustles by 4. And we kept our turnovers down. We only had 10 turnovers against a team that really plays good defense. It's very well coached. That's going to win a ton of games this year.
You were able to hold their top scorer, McBride, to only 5 points. And when you look at their leading scorers, what they got, they had to rely on the foul line, it feels like, to get the bulk of. And in the second half, what was the key defensively tonight that allowed you to keep them off balance?
I would say the biggest key was DJ matched up with their point guard, guarding their best player, and Abdul in so many of those ball screens, and then the team stunting till they get back. Abdul and DJ defensively, and they are those. I just named our 2 best defensive players in the program, because that kid's the Conference USA Player of the Year, Hamlet. And we did a tremendous job on him today, and a big part of that credit goes to DJ and then Abdul, because a lot of times they're ball screening and they're slipping. And we got to wait till DJ gets back in front of the ball before the big can recover. Otherwise, he's got a lane to drive. So we did a good job helping on those slips, but DJ did a great job getting back in front of the ball quickly. I mean, DJ is a phenomenal defensive player. So, he did a great job at both ends. Abdul's 5 blocks were huge. That last block late in the game was a huge play. But he had, 5 blocks. And what else can you say? That's big.
Thank you.
Sure.
Go ahead and start questions tonight with Joel Coleman. Joel, why don't you bat lead off tonight?
Ben, whenever you have a guy like Iverson that misses the first 3 games, and of course you got a bunch of new guys out there on the floor, I know that these guys practice together, but how big of an issue is that, just getting that familiarity with each other in game? Is that an issue at all?
I don't think so. But the bottom line is we're really young. It's just in general. I thought, when I looked at the bench, I thought Jalen gave us big minutes tonight. I thought Quentin and JD gave us very important minutes off the bench. Those 6 free throws in the first half by Jalen Johnson were huge for us. And he missed a couple open threes in the second half that he's going to make. And I have great confidence in that with him. But I just think, we're going to get better and better as we become more familiar. And again, give them credit. It's not like you have to react to all the different things they're doing, Joel. So, they were playing ball screens. They were icing them, all right, which we haven't seen a lot of prior to tonight. They were really doing a good job at pressuring the ball and getting out after you. Every time the ball went in the post, they were doubling Tolu and Abdul both. But especially Tolu. The first time he got it, they doubled him at 15 feet. I thought Tolu did a good job passing out of the double team. And again, he had 8 rebounds. Abdul had 9. So, our starting bigs gave us 17 boards, 18 points, and 6 block shots. That was good.
We'll go ahead and get it to Paul, and then we'll go to Garrick. Paul, go ahead.
Coach, obviously DJ was kind of struggling with his shot in the first half. What do you say to him at halftime? And he got into good rhythm in the second half. What do you kind of say to him at halftime?
You know what? I didn't say anything to him, but bottom line is, I thought he was pressing a little bit. I thought there was one time late in the first half where he should have kicked it back out top to Quinton, who was open at the top of the key. And I thought, Iverson got a little sped up today, being his first game of the year. But bottom line is he settled down. He's a veteran guy. I think he really took over the second half, very confident. I mean, he's earned it. Iverson is a good player, but DJ is probably one of the best guards in our conference, in my opinion.
Ben, you touched on Jalen a little bit already, but gets fouled from 3 twice tonight, knocks down most of those free throws. How encouraged are you from what you've seen from him from the perimeter?
Very encouraged, and he's smart. He's a smart player. He's a heady veteran. He's doing good. He's getting better defensively, doing good things for us on defense. He's a great influence on our kids on and off the floor. He got a 4.0 this semester as a graduate student. I mean, he's really bright. And so it's really great to have him, and he's going to be a key guy for us as we move forward in this season. I thought Davon gave us very good minutes tonight. I mean, the one drive he rode us in and finished with the left hand was a big play to put us back up 10. But again, we're playing against a very good team that won Conference USA last year. They have a very good nucleus back from that championship team. We knew they weren't going away, and we really had to earn this. That's why it's good to win a close game.
Go ahead and go to Dalton, and then we'll cue it back over to Tyler. Dalton, go ahead.
Coach, you've already hit on DJ a lot, but it seemed like every single time North Texas, cut the lead to 4 or 6 points, he was the one that scored the basket following that. Is he the guy that you want in the late game to have the ball?
Yeah, we want him to have the ball plenty. We want Iverson to have the ball. We want Davon to have the ball and make plays for others. So those 3 guys are our best 3 playmakers. DJ is really good off of ball screens, really good at attacking, and his length. I mean, he had the first shot of the second half. The guy guarded him good. He's got 7-foot wingspan, and he just leaned back on him and made a tough shot that he makes look easy. He makes it look easy because that's how good he is.
Go ahead, Tyler.
And Garrick mentioned the free throws. Obviously, you guys have been a lot more consistent since that season opener. How much more have these guys shot? Has it been an emphasis? What can you make of the increased production at the line?
Yeah, we're working on it a lot. We're spending a lot of time at it, and then I think our guys, that first game, we had a lot of first game jitters against a really good team, and it kind of snowballed for us. But we've worked a lot on it. We're shooting a lot of foul shots. I mean, Tolu came in this morning and shot 100. He's really hard work. I have to get Tolu out of the gym. Like today, he came in on his own and shot for an hour. And I'm saying, Tolu, I mean, we're going to go an hour in the shoot around, and then you're going to come and warm up for an hour before the game. You're going to be 3 hours in before the game even starts. I mean, he just loves it, and he's just so anxious to do good.
Go ahead with that follow-up, Tyler.
And speaking with the theme of shooting, not y'all's best night shooting from 3, but you found other ways to outscore them, especially in the paint. I think you got them in the fast break as well. What's it say about your team to know that when they're not shooting well from 3, they can score in other ways like that?
That's really important, but the bottom line is what I told them is you can win a game 1 for 10 from 3 if you play really good defense. That's the bottom line. Our defense was tremendous tonight. They shot a much higher percentage in the second half. First half, we held them at 26%. We should have honestly had a little better lead than we had at halftime. If we had, there was a couple key junctures there where they got long rebounds on their 1 for 12 3-point shooting in the first half. They shot it better for 3 late in the game and really made a run at us. And I was just proud of the way our guys hung in there and held on.